Newly released documents reveal the woman accused of slamming into a Jefferson Parish deputy had 11 different drugs in her system.
The new details describe her actions before, during, and after the deadly crash.
Good afternoon, I'm Liz Reyes.
And I'm Lauren McCoy. Fox 8 combed through court documents laying out what happened on the morning the deputy was killed.
Meg Gatto breaks down the drug test that's raising questions on whether the suspect should have been driving. Meg.
Court records indicate drugs like Klonopin and amphetamine were found in Erica Smith Katsanis' system. And according to the arrest affidavit we obtained, many of the drugs contained warnings about driving while taking them. Deputy Christopher Ohlmeyer died January 30th while escorting a funeral procession. The arrest affidavit says Smith Katsanis slammed into his motorcycle without braking as she attempted to veer from one lane of traffic to another. It says the force of the collision threw Ohlmeyer from his motorcycle onto the hood of Smith Katsanis' car and then onto the roadway. The affidavit says Smith Katsanis traveled 300 feet, nearly the length of a football field, before coming to a stop. Police officers said Smith Katsanis had slurred speech after the accident, and she said she didn't see anything in front of her before the crash. Officers allege she also couldn't keep her focus while speaking and would stop mid-conversation and close her eyes. She was taken to a hospital in stable condition but refused treatment. A blood test confirmed the presence of 11 different drugs in her system. The affidavit states that most of the drugs contain side effects like drowsiness and difficulty concentrating. Smith Katsanis' attorney says she has a prescription for each of the drugs allegedly found in her system. Prosecutors say that doesn't matter. The affidavit says based on what officers observed on the scene and the results of Smith Katsanis' blood and urine tests, an arrest warrant was issued for the crime of vehicular homicide.